Okay, so this is my jet engine. I'm just gonna go over it real quick before I start it up. It runs on propane, which is gonna go right there, and I have my PSI of the tank, my emergency shutoff valve, my needle valve, and the PSI that's gonna be entering the combustion chamber, and that's gonna go along here and come out right here. In there is my injector, and basically this is the combustion chamber right here. This is a flame tube. It's going to hold the flame produced by the propane. So basically how this is going to work, it's going to cool air is going to get sucked through these fans in here. It's going to travel through the PVC into the combustion chamber. It's going to combust, and then the fans in here are going to spin out the exhaust. The fans in here and here are working on the same axis, so that's basically how it's going to operate. I didn't have time to make an oil system, so I just had to rig something up. Basically, this is just going to be filled up with oil, and when it's spinning, the hydrostatic bearings are just going to force the oil down. It's going to come through and collect down here. The one other thing is my ignition system. This is the ignition button. I have it to a 12-volt car battery. That's just my volts monitor. Comes around here and goes right up in there. And that's basically that. So I'll get it started up. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and try to start my engine. I don't know how well it's going to start. The thing about it is there's nothing on the internet saying this is how you do this. There's no instruction guide or manual or anything like that. There's some people that have made similar ones on the internet that I looked at for some ideas, but this is pretty much just what I thought and put it together based on looking at other people's. And the last thing is to get the turbine spinning somewhat up to speed. Before it starts, I need to use the leaf blower to force air in the inlet. And we'll see how this goes. So I'm trying to get my computer closer. I really just don't want to fry it, so we'll see how this goes real quick. I just wanted to get one more shot of this running. Try to move the computer closer. I really just don't want to get the computer parts too hot. I mean, this gets really, really hot. Okay, I'm trying to get one more final shot from the underside to see what the flame looks like from there. Okay, so now we're going to talk about how physics comes into all of this and how engines like these create so much power. These engines basically work off of Newton's third law, which states that for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction. The action that occurs is that air is sucked through the inlet turbine and is therefore forced through the cool air intake and into the combustion chamber, which then pressurizes the combustion chamber. Also, at the same time, fuel is injected into the combustion chamber and is ignited, which creates even more pressure from the expanding gas. And all this pressure forces the exhaust turbines to spin and therefore creates thrust, which is the reaction of the engine and is used to propel things such as airplanes through the air.